the past 6 months of my life, I've been using the iPhone Air as my daily driver. Some called me crazy, some were impressed, others simply asked me why. Truth is, I wanted to try something different, and I am so glad that I did. This phone completely changed how I think about thin and light devices, but after half a year of daily use, filming, editing, traveling, and working, I made a decision I did not expect to make. I switched to the iPhone 17 Pro Max. Today's video is all about why, what changed, and ultimately, would I still recommend the Air today? Before anything else, I wanted to say this: the iPhone Air is an incredible phone. The design is one of the best that Apple has ever made. It's thin, light, and it just feels amazing in your hands. Even after 6 months, picking it up still feels refreshing. It's the kind of phone that slips into your pocket and just disappears. You don't realize how bulky other phones are until you go back to them, which is something I realize now more than ever. Performance has never been an issue at all. It's fast, smooth, and handled everything I threw at it with ease. Apps, gaming, editing, multitasking, the Air has never felt like the lesser iPhone. In fact, in a lot of ways, it felt like the future. The camera has always been great too. Sharp photos, great colors, excellent video, just super reliable for everyday shooting. A lot of content that you've been seeing from me over the past 6 months were shot on it. However, as someone who uses their phone for literally everything, over time, the small trade-offs of having a thin and light phone started to add up. The biggest one of them all is battery life. Now, to be fair, the iPhone Air's battery life is really good, all things considered. It got me through most days, but as a content creator, I'm consistently filming, editing, uploading, and staying connected. After a while, I found myself always thinking about battery. By 2 to 3 p.m., I was hitting 0% if I didn't have a power bank with me. That started to take away from what made the Air so special in the first place: its simplicity and its freedom. The second big thing was the camera system. That single 48 megapixel camera is great, no question about it, but over time, I really started to miss the flexibility of a full camera system. The ultra-wide lens for bigger shots, the telephoto for tighter framing, the zoom on the Pro Max is just incredible. Everything just started to feel limiting with the Air. As someone who creates content regularly with their phone, not having those options meant that I had to work around the phone instead of just using it naturally. While I did enjoy the challenge of that at first, long term, it went against my mindset of making things simple and easy. Ultimately, those are two of the biggest reasons why I switched to the iPhone 17 Pro Max. Not because the Air isn't good, but because the Pro Max fits into my workflow better. The bigger battery gives me peace of mind when filming and traveling, and the camera system gives me the versatility that I've missed. Now, all of this doesn't mean the iPhone Air isn't worth it. In fact, I think it's one of the most impressive iPhones Apple has ever made. The iPhone Air is perfect for someone who values one-handed comfort, ultimate portability, and simplicity, especially if you're tired of carrying around a big, bulky phone. If you just want something that feels amazing to use every day, the Air is honestly hard to beat. So after 6 months, my key takeaway is I don't regret buying the iPhone Air at all. It's a beautiful phone, it's an incredible piece of engineering, and it's one of the most refreshing iPhones that I've ever used. But for me, as someone who relies on their phone for work, content creation, and everything in between, I needed more, and that's ultimately what made me switch to the 17 Pro Max. Well, that's all I got, my friends. Thank you so much for watching. Now, I want to know, have you tried the iPhone Air before? What do you think? Are you Team Air or Team Pro? Let me know in the comments below. And as always, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace!